Hello and welcome everyone. In the previous tutorial, we have discussed how we can install Django locally in our system. And now in this tutorial, we will discuss how we can create a project as well as an application in Django. So we will start off this video by understanding what is a Django project. Then we will also discuss what is an application in Django, and we will try to understand the key differences between a project and an application. After this, we will discuss how we can create a project and how we can start our development server in Django. And in the last, we will discuss how we can create an app. Without any further delay, let's jump to the topic and let's discuss what is a project. Basically, a project in Django is simply a Python package that includes all the settings for a single Django instance. We can also refer a project as a representation of the entire web application or website. Moreover, project also holds database configuration, multiple applications, and certain application specific settings. Whenever we try to create a project, Django automatically creates a project package. Additionally, it creates a manage.py file in the project directory. Now this manage.py file is a utility that we use to communicate with our project. Basically, project can also be used without any app being added into it. However, in that case, Django framework will not be fully utilized. Now, if I talk about an application or an app in Django is also a Python package, just like a project. But this application package offers specific set of functionalities. Applications can be utilized again and again in variety of different projects, and a project can include multiple applications as well. Now, the application includes various components like models, views, templates, template tags, etc. And these are typically wired into a project by the installed app settings, which is there in the settings.py file of the project. So I hope with this you got an overview related to an application and a project. Let's understand the key differences between them. So an application or an app is just a sub module of a project. So we can consider project as our whole application and an app as sub components of that whole application. Moreover, an application in Django can be used in several projects, but a project can also contain multiple apps. A project in Django serves as an overall web application blueprint, while apps serve as an application building logic. So all the building logic, or we can say the business logic of that application, goes into the apps. Typically, we develop a single project for our website that contains one or more apps. A project manages the setup and options for the entire web application. On the other hand, apps may or may not be related to one another. So let us understand this thing with the help of an example. So for example, we want to create an online course system. So we created one project in Django named as course system, and within that project we created multiple applications. For example, there is one application named student app, which could be utilized to manage all the student profiles. Then there is instructor app, which could be utilized to manage all the profiles related to the instructors. Then there could be course app, which could be utilized to manage all the courses which are listed on the website. So I hope in this way you got an overall understanding of what is a project and an app in Django. Now let's move forward and let's understand how we can create a Django project. Now before starting off with the steps to create the Django project, we need to make sure that we have created one virtual environment in which we have installed our Django, and we have discussed this thing in the previous video. So what I will do, I will continue from the previous video where I have created one virtual environment, my env, and then in that environment I have installed Django. So I'm going to use that environment only. So what I will do, I will open my command prompt. So here is my command prompt. I will move to my D directory where I have created my folder related to the course, and then in the course directory I have created my Django course folder, and within this I guess I have my virtual environment. So I will activate the virtual environment. So this is the command to activate the virtual environment. First we have to move to the environment directory, then there is one more directory with name script, and within that we have this file bat file which is activate. So I will click on it, and here you can see the name of the virtual environment is coming up. Initially it means our virtual environment has been activated. Now let me check whether Django is installed or not. So for this I will type Django -admin, then space, then hyphen version. So this command will return the version of Django which has been installed in my system. Now let me clear my screen. So we can easily create a Django project with this simple command. So I just need to type Django -admin, then space, then I have to type start project, and there is no space between start project and then space, and now I have to specify the name of the project. So for example, I want to create a project with name course system. Now let me hit enter. So now that my cursor has come to the new line, it means this command has been executed successfully. Now when we run this command, it will automatically create a directory with name course system in the current directory in which I am. So it will create the directory course system within this Django underscore course. So let me move to this location first, and here on the screen you can see a course system directory is being created. Now additionally, it will automatically generate some Python code in it. So if I open this directory, here you can see two more files are there. One is the directory with the same name course system, and one is this manage.py file. As discussed earlier, this manage.py file is a utility which has been utilized to interact with our project. Now if I open this course system directory, here you can see there are some more Python files. So let's discuss about each of them. So very first is this init file. So let me open this directory in my Visual Studio Code. So here you can see I have opened this course system directory. Now if I expand this directory, here you can see there are 5 Python files. Very first is this init.py file. Now currently this init.py file is empty. So this empty Python file instructs the Python interpreter to treat this whole directory as a Python package. So here this course system is a Python package, and this Python package consider this course system directory as a package with the help of this init.py file. After this, the next important file is this setting.py file. Now this setting.py file is the main configuration file for our Django project. It holds variety of module level variables which is utilized for overall setting of the project. We will understand how we can use this file further in the tutorial series. Then there is urls.py file which consists of various URLs. Currently you can see there is only one admin URL. All the URL based settings are done with the help of this url.py file, and we can consider this file as a table of content for our whole Django application. Then there is two more files. Very first is this asgi.py. Now Django basically enables development in ASGI, which is the new Python standard for asynchronous web servers, and this file is utilized for configuring that. On the other hand, there is one more file which is WSGI. So Django also supports WSGI configuration, which is a standard for general web application and servers, and this file is utilized for its configuration. And as I told you initially that we can run our Django server without even creating an application. So as we have created our project, let's understand how we can start the Django server. So here I'm back to my command prompt. Now before we see the command to run our server, what we have to do, we have to move to the directory where that manage.py file is being located. So if I show you within this course system directory, there is this manage.py file, and within that we have this project. So I have to move to inside this course system directory. So here I will type cd and then the name of the directory, which is course system, and hit enter. Now I am within the course system directory, and if I check, manage.py file is also there in the same directory. Now if I want to run the development server, I need to type python space manage.py and then the run server. So the command is python manage.py run server, and hit enter. So basically when we run this command, it will run a lightweight Python based server which comes by default with the Django installation. So when the server is running, we can open this URL which is given here, that is this http 127.0.1.1:8000. So let me copy this URL. Let me open my browser. So here you can see my development server has been running successfully, and with this we can easily conclude that we have successfully created one project in Django. Now let's move forward to the next topic, and let's understand how we can create a Django application. And again, for this task I will move to my command prompt. So first I have to stop this development server. For this I will simply type Ctrl+C, and this will stop the development server. Let me clear my screen. Now if I want to create an application, I have to make sure I am in the same directory in that of manage.py file, and then I need to type this command python manage.py, and then I need to type start app, and then I have to specify the name of the application. So let me name my application as home. and hit enter. Again, you can see my cursor has come to the next line. It means my command has been executed successfully. Now what happened when I execute this command, it will create a directory with name home in the same directory in which I was. So basically I was in core system directory. So it has created one home directory within the core system directory, and it will also generate some Python files in it. So basically it will create home directory as a Python package. So what I will do, let me open my VS Code again, and here you can see first initially we have only this core system directory. Now we also have this home directory, and this home directory is our application. Now if I expand this folder, here you can see it has generated bunch of Python files. Now we have already discussed about some of them. For example, this init file is basically utilized to tell the Python interpreter that it has to treat this directory as a Python package. Then the next important file is apps.py file. So this file assists users in including any application configuration, and it also helps to configure various application attributes. Then there is admin.py file. So this file is utilized to register models to the admin panel, and it also helps to alter multiple components of the admin panel. We will basically learn about all these files in the coming tutorial. I'm just giving an overview related to all of them. Then there is test.py file, which is utilized for writing test cases for our application. Then there is models.py file. So in our very first video related to Django introduction, we have discussed about three major components: model, view, and template. So model.py file is utilized to create models for our Django application. Then there is views.py file. So all the business logic or all the application based logic will be built within this views.py file. So with this, I hope you got an understanding how we can create a project as well as application in Django. And with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial session. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you in the next one.